Editing the last video, Andy, when he first introduced his first movie, was kind of obnoxious. He just like,
Who me?
we all know, awkward pause. Came out in X date, awkward pause. We love the lore, awkward pause. Yeah. I was like, I hate this. So dramatic. He's trying to be so dramatic. Anyway, today.
No, honestly, it wasn't me being dramatic. It was me reading what I had written.
Why did it
And
take you that long to read a movie title?
well, when I'm tired, the screen looks a little blurry, so I have my eyes, and I probably need glasses anyway. Like, this is kind of random, but we were watching Ted Lasso, and there's a lot of times where you have to like read somebody's phone screen on the show, and I have to have Sam, my wife, tell me what is on the text messages that they're trying to read on their phones, because for some reason my eyes won't focus fast enough to read it. So I probably need glasses.
So what we're finding out is not only are your mentality the old man of the group, but now your eyesight is becoming the old man of the group.
You just can't survive anymore.
Yep. I hit 30, everything started, going downhill.
Hello, and welcome to Three Nerds Deep. My name is Adam, and as always, I am joined by Andrew and Andy. Say hello, nerds.
What up, nerds?
Hello, nerds.
Look, you got to go second today.
I know, and there was no, chicken playing, so...
We just gave in today.
No, I keep you on your toes. Am I going to be doing dramatic pauses? Am I going to go right into it? It's all...
Just to introduce our topic before we get into our shout-outs, we are going to be talking today about movies, TV shows, video games that deserve a sequel.
Or another season.
Something. Yeah, a continuation of the story somehow. And I want to start off shout-outs real quick. So, I was able to pick up the Mass Effect series. I got all 4 games on Steam for like $10. It's like $120 value. And I got it for $10. That was pretty nice. Thank you, Steam. You're awesome. One of the reasons why I switched to PC gaming is I love Steam. So that's been fun. I actually haven't played a ton because it's been a super crazy busy week at work, but I'm like an hour in. I just got off of the Eden Prime, so it's bringing back all the nostalgia.
Oh, off of the first game?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yep. Combat, even in the Legendary Edition, combat in the first game, still not the smoothest, but I was thinking about it. I'm pretty sure I was always a Star Wars fan, but I think I became a science fiction fan because of Mass Effect.
Really?
Yeah, because I love Star Wars. I've always loved Star Wars, but I was never really into much sci-fi until I feel like this game opened me up to non-Star Wars and Star Trek sci-fi.
Because
even Star Trek I wasn't a huge fan of growing up. It wasn't until I got into older teens and 20s that I started liking Star Trek more.
And there's so much writing in Mass Effect. The first one especially. There's like books upon books of information and lore building that you could just go and read if you really wanted to. Which I think
I've been listening to an entire podcast
right
about the lore from Mass Effect.
I think that's what makes it a great game, is because you could play through the game and just not really care too much about the lore, or you could.
Yep. So that's been a fun experience to start reliving that. Yeah, it's just a great game. It's probably my favorite. It's definitely my favorite RPG of all time. And I bought Andromeda too because it was on sale. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but I never played it, so I'm going to give it a shot once I make it through the first 3 games. And, eventually maybe we'll get the 4th, It's interesting, that podcast that I started listening to, the Mass Effect Lorecast, came out the same year that they announced the Mass Effect 4 or 5, whatever they're calling it. And that was in 2020. So it's been 6 years and we haven't really gotten any updates on it. So who knows if it's going to actually come out. But anyway,
maybe someday in the future.
Yeah. So that's my shout out this week. It's been a crazy week. I haven't gotten much of anything other than, play a little bit of Mass Effect. Oh, and I guess also shout out the gaming channel. I think at time of recording, there are 6 episodes released in our Restoration of Rome campaign. And hopefully soon, we all got Baldur's Gate 3, so hopefully soon we'll get some Baldur's Gate 3 gameplay up there.
Yeah, I just started opening that up because we have to decide what kind of mods we do or don't want to use and stuff like that.
I personally would say no mods.
No mods.
Because I've never played and beat it with vanilla.
I think you could do some mods. I think you could do the mods that allow you to extend past level 12. And then you can extend and then just raise your HP. Because then you can do more things, I think.
Maybe.
There's more spells available.
Army wants to play through it and just vanilla.
You're so vanilla.
Play through what?
Done it. Do I, Andy? Have you not been paying attention?
No, sorry, I was reading something. Sorry.
What? Okay, last week you were playing video games. This week you're reading. Come on, Andy.
I was reading something that has to do with my shout out. Okay.
What's your shout out?
Thank you very much. Well, what were you guys talking about for a second? Adam was shouting out the gaming channel.
Talking about Baldur's Gate? Yes.
Okay. I heard spells, so I wasn't sure where we were at. So I was like I said, I was trying to read about my shout out. So my shout out is that even though I haven't ever watched the series, there is an animated Firefly series in the works.
Yeah.
Is that what with Nathan Fillion announced earlier this week?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're all on board.
Probably actually watch Firefly.
You've never watched Firefly?
I've not, because I don't want to get. No, it's not because it's way before our time. It's because I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall in love with a show that just ends after one season.
There is a movie tie-in,
right?
Doesn't matter. Like, I mean, everything I've heard about Firefly is like I would fall in love with this show.
Right. And I get that because there's a lot of anime that I will see. Like, somebody will post clips or something, and it's like, oh, yeah, it's like 4 episodes long. They never renewed it for another season. I'm like, well, I don't really want to spend all this time watching a single season of a show. Maybe that's a wrong mentality I have, but I'm like, if I'm going to spend time doing it, I would like it to last longer than a season.
So now that there's the anime series is going to take place between the ending of the show to somewhere between there and Serenity. Is that what the movie's called?
Yeah.
So it's right. It takes place somewhere in between those two. Original, pretty much the entire original cast, I'm pretty sure, is signed on to voice their characters.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be great. And I think, dare I say, it's an appropriate week to do our topic because it's a TV show that is getting the season
that it
the
should have.
season renew that it should have gotten, but they're doing it right because they're all too old to play their characters, and I think an animated version of that's going to be great,
Right.
especially in this day and age. So
Yeah.
I mean, you've got so many good animated stuff. Like you got Invincible. You've got
but when it
Um,
can be good, Invincible makes fun of their lack of funds all the time.
yeah. Just in general, like we're kind of in the golden age of like adult animated stuff. You know what I mean? And not like I'm not talking about like adult comedy, like adult like serious shows.
right.
It's taken seriously now as an actual medium, as
Right.
opposed to just like something for kids.
I mean, it used to be
It's like-
adult animation was like Family Guy, The Simpsons, and all those
Well-
Adult Swim shows.
Well, it was
They
kind
didn't
of
really
that,
make.
but it was kind of that weird in between though too, because it started out not for kids. Like cartoons were not for kids; they were for
Right.
adults.
Now all those kids are adults.
No, like even older. And then yeah, it was that, and it was war videos in between and news reports, and then they'd throw in a cartoon to lighten the mood type of a thing. And then cartoons became a kids thing. And now it's kind of swimming back over to, oh yeah, adults should watch this. I have a shout out.
Yeah, go for it.
It's a shout out I share with you guys today.
Oh yeah.
We are getting the cast was released for, or at least the major cast players was released for Sonic 4, and the big names, everybody's coming back, and the big names, and there's some big names coming in, but big name that is coming back that people are always wondering if he's going to or not is Jim Carrey. He's back
Yeah.
on board, and I'm excited for it. The movies won't be the movie. The Sonic movies probably won't be as good if Jim Carrey's not playing Dr. Robotnik until they get
Right.
rid of him. But good luck getting rid of him.
If Jim Carrey's back on board, is he going to be dirtboard riding?
I hope so. Or not.
That'd be
And I also thought
I
the
didn't know
next,
if you guys would get that reference, but
I also liked the new cast member on there that's making big waves about it is they've got Nick Offerman doing something.
yeah, they said who he's playing, or
No.
is he voicing somebody, or
No, there's no real clear consensus.
interesting?
He's probably voicing somebody. The man's got a voice like he should be voicing somebody.
Right.
Oh, and they also have Sir Ben Kingsley, which he can pick any one of his voices he's going to do. I'm very interested if he's going to be a voice actor or not,
Right.
or if he's just going to be in it. But I'm
Yeah.
intrigued to see. But there's a lot of speculation on who they're going to be, so
Right.
nobody knows yet.
Yeah.
But- so yeah, I'm excited for that. Those are my shout outs. That's really all I've got.
Yeah. I don't. You got anything else, Andy? Can we move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
All right. So our topic today, as I said earlier, is movies that deserve a sequel, movies, TV shows, or video games that deserve a sequel, spin-off, second season, whatever it is, that have not gotten one. And I guess I will kick us off.
Go for it.
So the first one that comes to my mind is the movie from 2002, Treasure Planet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yep, definitely. I don't know. I blanked on that one. I totally forgot about that movie.
It's
Even
not
though it's one of my
No, it
favorites.
technically didn't do good on release. Don't know why, because it's just the best.
I know why. No,
movie.
there's a very good reason as to why it didn't do well on release. And it's
Why is
all
that?
it's Disney's fault. It came out during a time, first off, where the medium, once again, we talk about it being respected, of animation, wasn't respected. And on top of that, because it was all just kid stuff, But on top of that, more importantly, the real reason is because it came out during a time when Disney was was almost taking a dirt nap because it was about to, like, all they were doing was popping out bad straight to video sequels.
Right.
And so anytime they put something out into theaters, people were already skeptical about it. And that happened with another one that could also get a good sequel is Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
But they did get a sequel.
Well, not a good sequel.
I remember it being pretty good.
It wasn't that good.
The Lost Empire? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Dude,
They got a sequel.
that was a straight DVD movie, wasn't it?
Right. Like they did. Like they were doing at that time.
That's
like,
probably because Atlantis, that one didn't do well in the theaters either.
it had a
probably
lot of
because-
marketing though. It had tons of marketing. Like
That one's also a really good one.
Yeah, I
movie.
love Treasure
I
Planet.
think it deserves, maybe it doesn't belong on this list, but it deserves a better sequel.
Yeah. That could be a whole nother list by itself. Movies that deserved a better sequel.
Oh, dude,
But
just
yeah, Treasure Planet is one of my favorite.
so
It's
good.
probably my favorite Disney animated movie. At least it's dang near
Ooh.
close. And
It's up
part of
there.
it is the world, the galaxy building, I guess you could say, that they do, and just the uniqueness. Like, I would love a video game like of that kind of style of world would be awesome. But it's the Treasure Island story, but it's done so well, and it's got that
In
unique
space.
spin. Yeah, and it's got that unique spin that it's in space. It's just, and the voice acting's great in it. It's just wonderful. The only one
Although
that
they-
might top it is Muppets Treasure Island. But I mean,
That's not an animated movie.
it's not animated. I'm not saying it's like, but like I'm just saying, like, when it comes to like Treasure Island style,
Right.
a different take on a movie, like, it's just great.
I've got one that kind of piggybacks off of yours, Adam. If it's okay with you, Andrew, I'll say mine.
I want you to.
Yep, go for it.
So, Adam, I don't think you've seen this movie. I know Andrew's seen it, and he loves this movie. It was
Ooh.
made in the year 2000. It has Matt Damon and Drew Barrymore in it. Titan AE.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I
It's
actually looked up some lists to
very-
get some ideas, and this was like top 5 in most lists.
I would take
This-
5 more sequels
I
of Titan
didn't-
AE.
I didn't watch this movie until like a year ago, and I watched it with my son. And every now and then, Dad, can we watch the Titan movie? And I'm like,
it's so good.
we sure can. Like,
And my favorite
'Cause
is
the way
it
that-
doesn't have humanoid-esque aliens. Like they're creatures and stuff like that, but their bodies aren't just like 2 arms and 2 legs all the time.
I mean, some of them do.
Some of them do, but it's not all of them. Even in the main
yeah.
cast. Anyway,
So, for those of you who don't know what Titan AE is, the core premise is humanity is wiped out by an alien race, and the last hope for survival lies in a mysterious ship called the Titan. And it's great. Like, it has a great cast. It has a big old what do you call it? Twist in the middle of it that you find out that's kind of like, oh crap. Like
turns the story on its head a little bit.
it does. Like I said, it's the animation style is very, maybe it's kind of similar to Treasure Planet in
I
like
would say
Atlantis.
so.
It's definitely kind of in that, I don't know. It's similar, and it's more of an adult cartoon. Like my son
Right.
could watch it, but it's definitely got some darker themes to it. That's like, like there's a character that gets its neck broke, and they're not shy about that. He died, like he's just
No.
dead, like
He died.
so.
He didn't make it.
But like it's very good. I wish I would have watched it way sooner than I actually did. Don't know why I waited till I was like 29 to watch it.
'Cause it's
Mostly because you
it's
can't really
amazing,
find it to stream anywhere. That's part of the problem.
but it's amazing.
It is very good. Very
Gosh,
good.
I want to watch
Adam?
it right now. I want to quit the pod today. I'm going to go watch Titan AE.
All right, bye.
We
We'll
should
keep
do
going.
a viewing video of just Adam's reaction to watching Titan AE.
You'd have to comment on it and everything. You can
And
come
we'll just
over
be
and
sitting
watch
there.
it. We'll watch it in the
We'll
basement.
just,
It'll be great.
we'll both be sitting there like looking at him, like the memes of when you show your friend a movie you really like, and we're just like looking at him.
Well, then I'll pull a Stella and say, "Quit watching." Text you and say, "Quit watching me, you weirdos."
I like it. Okay. So I have mine in different sections. You guys have really true versions that should get sequels, so I think I'll follow that up. Because I have movies that should have gotten a sequel, but I don't think they should make a sequel anymore, unless they do like an animated version of it with the same actors, type of a deal.
Yeah, sometimes they wait so long to
Yeah, it's too late.
do it. It just doesn't.
And
make
we've
any
learned
sense.
that with nostalgia bait. Like 5 to 7 years ago, movies on the list: Dumb and Dumber, Zoolander, all these movies that we did get sequels to. That was just nostalgia bait, and were not anywhere near as good as the originals. With the exception,
but
with-
they
with-
did. At least they didn't make it where it's like, oh, they're just as young as they were in the other movies.
Right,
It's like they're old
exactly.
people now.
with the exception of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, but then there's the new sequel. I can't remember. I feel bad. I should know this. The one that came out during COVID.
Yeah.
The
I
third
don't
Bill
know.
and
I've
Ted's
never
movie.
watched any of the Bill and
Oh,
Ted's.
well,
so-
you should. They're also
It's
good
it's
and
very
dated, except for the newer ones. I gotta look it up. Internet exists.
it's very rare for like a sequel that comes out years and years and years later to be really good. One
Yeah.
that comes to mind that's actually good, just to throw it out there, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
And that was the only one.
I loved that movie. I didn't watch Frozen Empire. I heard it's not very good. But the Afterlife movie, Adam, have you seen that one?
No, I've only seen Ghostbusters 1.
Dude,
You gotta watch
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 2. Oh, Face the
Yeah.
Music. Bill and Ted Face the Music. That's what it's called.
like Afterlife, because they had the Ghostbusters that had like Melissa McCarthy in it. That was, my wife had never seen Ghostbusters, and even she said that she had to take a client to go see it. He wanted to go see it, so she went with him. And she said it was awful, and she hadn't even seen the first one yet. So, but then, like I said, with Afterlife, that was actually good. So, like you said, Andrew,
Yeah.
it doesn't really work most of the time when you wait 20, 30 years to make a sequel, but every now and then.
Right.
So I guess I have two on here. I have two on here that are most recent, and one of them actually still might be getting a sequel. And neither one of these are animations, so I'm going a little off kilter there.
Oh, that's fine.
That's all right.
I've got plenty of non-animation on mine too.
Me too.
One that I really want. I know this is never going to happen. It's mostly never going to happen because I hear Netflix picked up the rights to it, I think, and they're making a more adult TV series for it. But I want to see. Actually, I would like to see both of these have sequels because it's been rebooted, and I wanted both of them to get sequels, but they won't ever happen. And they're both called the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, I have that on my list.
I would like to see. I would have. This one's a little older. I don't want it now, and it's too late to even do the animation version. But I would have liked to have seen the Power Rangers movie back in the 1990s. Get a good like a true sequel, because that movie actually isn't canon to the TV series. Where they did come up, no, it's not. It's not canon. And the second movie, which was Power Rangers Turbo, actually is canon to the series. So that being said, there isn't an
You want a
actual
sequel that's
true-
canon to the original movie?
I would have wanted one. Not anymore. Don't give me that sequel anymore. It won't be as good. It won't be as specific to that 90s feel of Power Rangers, just beefed up with some more money to it. And it was good. I liked that movie a lot, even as an adult. Are the 90s original Power Rangers actors kind of cheesy? They absolutely were, but you know what? That's okay, because everybody else
It was the
did a
90s.
phenomenal job. Yeah. It's campy for campiness sake, and it wouldn't, like, that's how I would want it. But then they did reboot the Power Rangers in 2017, and I liked that one too. I don't know why it
I
got
also
so much hate.
really enjoyed it.
And I wanted there to be a sequel, but it got like so much people didn't like it. And like they didn't like all the big changes. They didn't like just people couldn't handle the changes. I was like, I don't know. I liked this story. I liked the more mature version of it.
Right.
And
It's very good.
let's do a sequel to it. Let's see how it works. And was the CGI and the graphics great? No, but look at what we're comparing it to. Like, we're comparing it to men dressed up in giant robot suits fighting each other. And if you're comparing about like the graphics to that, like that's you've got the problem, not them. And I think it could have done well as a sequel, to have another sequel to really expand on it. And there were thoughts about it as well. And I think it was just too soon and the world wasn't ready for it yet.
Well, I think part of the problem with that Power Rangers movie in 2017 was like, so Power Rangers is for kids.
That's
new movie-
actually debatable now.
Okay, but when did you originally watch Power Rangers?
I get it.
When you
No.
were a kid.
Yeah, it's
Like-
your argument is still valid.
The movie, the new movie, as good as I thought it was, like it was. I'm not saying it was like Oscar worthy, but it
Right.
was a good, entertaining movie. The problem was Power Rangers are for kids type of thing. Like my son is in a Power Rangers phase. I wouldn't watch the 2017 version with him yet. Maybe.
Right. I mean,
But
Mm,
but I'm also different, you know, with what I do and don't show my kids. So, but like a lot of parents wouldn't show their kids that movie until they're at least 13, probably, because it's PG-13. Like
Yeah.
if they're good, responsible parents, unlike me. Like, I think that's what really hurt the Power Rangers movie, was because, like, yes, the adults who saw it, some of them didn't like it, but like the three of us liked it.
Well, I didn't watch until I was like, I think I watched it for the first time like 2 years ago.
yeah, and but I was definitely an adult when I watched it. I don't think I even got to see it in theaters. I think I was just
Yeah.
I know why I didn't see it in theaters. I had a 1-year-old at home.
Makes sense.
Dang kids ruining
Yeah.
our movie going.
1-year-olds ruin your movie going experience.
I did buy it when it came out to watch it, and
Just straight bought it.
just straight bought it. That's how I do movies at the time.
Like the commitment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like this whether I want to or not because I spent money on it.
So fun fact: when I was in
It's
my
mine
early,
now.
when I was in my early 20s, we would do random movie buys. Me and my buddies would do that. We would just go to the store, and we would find either a movie as long as it was in the right price range, and
Like
we'd
the
be like-
$5 movie bin at Walmart.
something like that. And if it was, or if we found one that we knew we wanted and we happened to have the money at the time, we would just get that one movie. But every once in a
Right.
while, it's like, what do you want to do? I don't know. You want to go do a random movie buy? And we'd be like, yeah. So we'd go to Meijer and find a cheap, obscure movie that might have looked funny, might have had a couple of names on it. And then we would buy it, go back, and we would watch it, and we would decide whether or not it was worth watching or it wasn't worth watching ever again. And I'll tell you what, I found, what I think, and you guys would totally agree, doing this to be what we thought was the greatest comedy of all time. And we couldn't understand why people weren't talking about this movie, and that is Hot Rod.
Oh yeah,
That's how we
Dude,
Hot
discovered.
Rod.
That's how we discovered
Love
Hot
that
Rod.
movie.
Hot Rod. Let's add that to
was-
the list. I would watch a sequel to Hot Rod.
I
Still to this day.
I would
Still to
watch
this
the
day.
sequel to that. The only problem I would have
Middle-aged Andy Samberg
Yeah.
doing
That
jumps
sounds
on his
hilarious.
have fun being married to Satan.
Why are we
He's
not
still
funding
alive.
this?
And he's still alive. Everybody's still alive. Make it so. Oh my gosh, I would watch
The
all
only
of that
problem
again.
I would have is that movie is so amazing that I'd be afraid that the sequel would be very
But they need to do
underwhelming.
it. They need to do it now before it gets too old.
Yeah.
But I would still watch
What
it.
am I going to build ramps for now?
I've been
Those
drinking
guys-
green tea all day.
Listen, none of
Dang.
those guys are really doing anything anymore right now. Andy Samberg's done with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He hasn't done much since. We haven't
Yeah.
heard from any of the Lonely Island boys.
It's true.
The only one who's still got a career is it Michael? What's his name? I can't remember. The guy who plays his dad.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Oh,
Should know his
Um,
name.
Yeah.
But I
but
would
he's a good
watch.
actor. He plays in John Wick, right? That's the
Yeah.
guy you're talking about?
Yeah,
yeah.
I would watch
Can't think of
him.
his name.
Ooh, fun
I'm
head.
Googling it.
Let's do some
right
fun
now.
fake head cannon. They're the same guy.
Now
What's up
that
his
should be the
name?
sequel.
Ian
It's like a
McShane.
John Wick.
He just shows up out of nowhere. Hey, Dad? Is it cool if I call you Dad now? All right.
Dude, guys, this is gonna make us feel old. Hot
Oh, I already
Rod
know.
is almost 20 years old.
I know.
Wow.
19 years. And the guy who plays his dad is Ian McShane.
Ian
Ian
McShane.
McShane. Yep. What a name. What a great name.
But I think that, but back to, I guess, Power Rangers after we jumped off the Hot Rod 2 ship. I think it could have been great, but the argument for why it could be more adult is if you look at the comic books.
Yeah,
That's true.
Don't buy Power Rangers comic books for your kids.
Yeah,
Like-
for sure.
There's specific ones you can buy, sure, but if you're looking for they are much more adult. They have much more dark theme. I think it's the Dark Horse comics. And they're good. The stories are really good, which is actually pretty cool. If you look into the lore of Power Rangers, which I really did, I don't know why I did it, but I committed myself in my college years to go and watch every episode of Power Rangers. I don't recommend it for the faint of heart. It was very boring at times, but I'm going to tell you, there's some really cool, consistent lore in whatever is the jumbled mess between all of it. And there's actually a pretty good wrap up from the original series all the way through Lost in Space at the end of Lost in Space, and then it gets weird. And then it gets better, but it was already too late. And then I stopped because then they came out with Power Rangers Samurai and they're back in a weird zone again. So anyway,
Yeah. My favorite Power Rangers growing up was Power Rangers SPD. That was my favorite.
oh yeah.
Because
Is that
we
the
didn't watch a lot of the original ones growing up because they were really old when we were kids. So
Yeah. Andrew. They were really old when we
They
were
were.
kids.
They were really old when you were kids.
Yeah.
Okay, they were the best ones.
The thing is, I've watched.
I mean, I don't deny it, but as a kid, my favorite was SPD. Had their commander was like the dog alien thing.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
is
It
not
was a
great.
bad
I'm going
A.
to tell you right now.
No,
The best one that
watching-
you missed was I think it
watching-
was RPM or
Watching back, yeah, no, it's not. It's probably not the best one, but as a kid, that was my favorite for sure.
what were you saying, Andy?
well, just watching that Power Rangers with my kids. Like SPD is not the best. Like it's not even close. Like it's.
Right.
But Adam's right. As a kid, that was the one that was on when we were kids.
Yeah. Also, we also weren't allowed to watch Power Rangers very much because every time we watched Power Rangers, we'd get in trouble for fighting.
That
Because
makes
we'd
sense.
be like kicking each other and jumping on each other. And my parents
Same
were
thing
like,
with my kids.
yeah, it's like you can't do that. You get too rowdy.
No, my favorite one, and this was as an adult. It probably was as an adult to watch, which I thought was pretty good. Was RPM, which was the last one before they called it quits in like 2009. But it's also the funniest. It was the most consistent with how the show went. Like as far as like its lore, like this tapping into the morphing grid and using that, but they also weren't afraid at this point in time to poke fun at themselves. And they had this scene where one of them's like, "Hey, should we be worried about like, all the things that are happening behind us when we morph?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, when we morph and then there's like all those big explosions that happen behind us. And they're like, "What are you talking about? That doesn't happen." And so the episode goes on, and at one point in time they morph, and he immediately turns around and goes, "That, you see? All that over there." And then and then later on in the episode, they were fighting a guy that like was a mirror and could predict their moves, and they couldn't fight him. They couldn't do anything about him. And the one character that had called this out before turns or says, "Wait a minute, I have an idea." And they all freak out because then he like demorphs. And then he just turns around and he morphs again. And then he catches the bad guy and the explosion fire from his morphing. And that's how they defeat the bad guy that episode. It was so good. It is possibly my favorite episode of Power Rangers.
Seems like
ever
one of those so bad it's good.
No, like at that, like because it was a lot less like kiddish and campy, and they were trying to be like you could tell they were like, "We're done. Like we're gonna be done after this. Let's just really go all in and just call ourselves out," because that wasn't the only episode where they did something like that. Like I think they called on the trope of bringing in another ranger, like a sixth ranger, because the show was getting bad type of a deal or something like that. Like to bring up viewer ratings. It's like, "Oh, we have another guy coming in." Of course we do. That seems to happen all the time. But then it would also explain why that happens all the time. So anyway.
Yeah.
But so I would have liked sequels to those movies that we won't be getting.
Right. We could get a reboot eventually, maybe.
We are, I think.
Are we? That'd be cool.
I think Netflix picked up rights to make a new one or something like that. That's more, like I said, more like a movie, more adult than a TV show. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. I will say a movie that I think deserves a sequel. We kind of talked a little bit about it last week, but The Last Starfighter from 1984.
Yep.
Deserved.
Again,
Deserved.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to animate it, don't make a sequel now.
Well, no, I think a sequel could still work. I haven't researched to see if like the main character's alive, but in that movie, the Earth has not joined the Frontier or whatever they're called. They're protecting the Frontier. Yeah, the Frontier. So it could happen where it's like 40 42 years, because it was made in 1984. So
Mhm.
42 years later, no, 52 years later, no, yeah, it's 40. I don't know. I'm not great at math, but
100 years later.
however long later it's been, if the main character's alive, he could come back and be like either, I don't know, his grandson or somebody not related to him and being like, hey, we need your help type of thing. Have the same kind of like, it could be good. Outdated graphics, things like that.
Right.
Because I personally love this movie and was sad that when I learned that there were no sequels. So,
Hey, Adam,
yes,
just to help you out a little bit, they're called the Star League, not the
Star
Frontier.
League.
Mm,
I just watched this movie 2 weeks ago. For some reason, I
Well,
cannot remember. They protect the
I've got
frontier.
rundowns of all my movies or breakdowns of all my movies, and Last Starfighter is on my list.
Well, that's
because,
good.
like you said,
Look at us,
it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It would be cool to see like an updated, maybe not a version, but like I think a sequel could work. But either way, it was one of my favorite movies. I don't have a lot more to say, but because we already talked a little bit about it last week.
right.
It's good.
All right. Who else is on your list then, Andy?
All right, I mentioned this a little bit last week. I think it's kind of what a little bit spurred this topic. Hold on, let me look. Where's it at? So this movie did not do very well, like at all, in the box office. It was made in 2015. The lead actor is Vin Diesel,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
we
called
talked about this last
The
week.
Last Witch Hunter. Which I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Oh, yeah,
I thought
I
it was
have
a-
not.
I have.
It's
I
a
don't
good
watch
movie.
most. I don't
Like,
watch
it's
Vin
not
Diesel movies.
That's dumb.
I mean, I'm joking, but I'm like mostly
watched
joking.
the
But
Fast
when
and
I
the
really,
Furious movies, right?
I've watched like 2 of them.
Have you seen Pitch Black? There's not bad
Yes.
movies. He's got good movies.
No, like I was actually like really looking into it. I've only seen like 3 Vin Diesel movies.
I mean, they're probably the 3 you need
That's
to.
why I
Saving
was not.
Private Ryan doesn't count because it's not his movie.
I guess it's true. I forgot he was in there.
In what movie?
But like
Saving
Saving
Private
Private
Ryan.
Ryan.
He's still good in that movie. He dies really
He
well.
is good.
He's good at dying.
Yeah, he's a good dyer. I mean, he doesn't really die much, but he's a good dyer in that movie. I was mainly joking. I just was looking back
Yeah.
and like I don't think I've really seen any
Because
Vin
of-
Diesel movies.
He does a great
besides,
job
like-
in Guardians.
He does.
I forgot he's in Guardians. I forgot. Never mind. I am a Vin Diesel
Adam,
fan, I guess.
Adam, you would probably like this movie, although there is
Is
a
it
little bit
spooky?
of creepiness. Creepiness, just a little bit. Well, it's based off of Vin Diesel's D&D character.
Mm,
He's a,
I forgot he is a
So-
big D&D nerd.
The movie follows Calder, an immortal witch hunter who has been alive for centuries, tasked with keeping the peace between humans and witches in modern day New York City. It's
Yeah.
very good. Like, I know it did bad. The premise was really cool. Was good.
Doesn't it have the girl who played Jon Snow's lady friend
Yeah.
in it?
So, why I think it needs a sequel. The world is barely explored. Like, all he does is go to New York City. That's it. And then, the Calder's immortality dilemma is unresolved at the end of the movie.
maybe that's the
Um,
problem, though. Like, why it didn't do well. I think it would have been better if he did it more as a straight D&D character. Like, in D&D. If it's based off his D&D character. Instead of making it into modern times.
Maybe.
Like, really
I mean,
give
you
it
could
that
even make a
D&D vibe.
prequel if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's true. Like the idea is
Like-
that he's just really old.
Like he's mortal and he just hunts monsters and witches and stuff like that. Like, and it's cool because in it, like, not all the witches are evil. Obviously, there are good and bad.
Are you a good
But-
witch or a bad witch?
Pretty much.
Which are you?
Like one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It's right
Ding
in the
dong,
beginning
witch is dead.
where he comes up to a witch on a airplane, and the witch is like scared. She's like, "Oh no, are you gonna kill me?" He's like, "I only kill bad witches." And it's like, cool. He's got like a sense of morality. He's not just a mindless, killing machine type of thing. Like I said, it's really good. It is not a super great movie,
I
but the concept is cool.
I remember not
and the-
liking a lot when I first watched it, and I haven't really watched it since then. Since you told me it was based off his D&D character, so I might like it more as a rewatch. Now,
Yeah, it's a good concept. It's got a solid lead actor, and the world kind of screams, franchise potential, but it just never took off.
he's already got one of
If-
those. He's not
Yeah.
allowed to have another one.
Like,
Right.
if they
Not
didn't,
focus on family.
I'm not even like, it doesn't necessarily even have to be a movie sequel. I mean, a TV sequel could be interesting. Like
Mhm.
and it wouldn't even have to follow his character. It could just be in the world, like it. Yeah. It's good. I like it a lot.
Well, another one for me that I think I would like to have is Alita Battle Angel. Also, another
Um,
one with really bad graphics is what people got upset about.
Really?
Yeah, people
thought they
didn't
looked
like the
good.
graphics. I didn't hate them, but people really didn't.
They
like.
looked like almost comic bookish.
Yeah,
Like,
they took comic book, anime, cyberpunk, and tried to put it in a
Yeah.
movie, and people were
I thought it
upset
looked great.
with the results. And I was like, it fits for my campiness that I want in this. But I liked that a lot, and there's still hope for a sequel. It's not dead yet, and actually, there's possible. Like, I almost didn't add it to the list because there's a chance that like James Cameron wants to do it, and so does Robert Rodriguez. And if you get those two names on it, you could probably make it happen.
Did that movie
So-
come out in 2015?
Something like that. I think so. But there's more to be told. It's based off of a hit manga. And I don't really want him to reboot it. I thought the first one was fine. There was some bad graphics, but that can be updated and fixable and made to look great.
Yeah,
Like,
I've wanted to watch this Battle Angel, but I just haven't gotten to it yet.
I think movies that come out that aren't sequels that have not great graphics but have a good story and good acting should be able to be given, like, it depends on how bad, like, not bad graphics but not great should be able to be given a sequel opportunity. Because if you go the other way, if you go in a sequel and the sequel's graphics are worse than the first movie, that's when you should stop. But
Yeah.
but I really liked that movie. I didn't watch that movie until like 2019 when I first sat down to watch it, and I was like, why isn't this like doing well? Why isn't there another one to this? They totally set it up for more. There's a lot more story to happen. And apparently the biggest complaint is the graphics. But other people want to see a sequel to it as well.
Yeah.
So that's one that I'd like to see a sequel to. Like real bad.
Yeah. That could be a really good sequel. I've got one that I've got two that I kind of want to say because they came out in the same year, and both have not gotten a sequel. The first one is 2012's Dread.
Are you?
Oh,
why
I
are you
have that.
stealing my movies?
Have that one too.
Quit
I
it.
recently just
You could have
watched
said
that
it earlier.
movie.
Oh my gosh! Why are
Recently
you
watched that
stealing my
movie again.
movies?
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so
Oh
good.
my gosh.
Carl
Yep.
Urban did such a phenomenal job.
Bring him
It's-
back. And you don't even need to put. Actually, you don't need to bring back Carl Urban. He wasn't bad, but I think the lore of Dread. You could put anybody under there as long as they can do a great job, and you never show their face.
Right. Well, Carl Urban could still do it because you never see his face, so it doesn't matter how old he is. Like,
Right.
in fact, his growly voice might be easier to do because he's older now.
I do have a confession.
Like-
though. I don't mind the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd
Oh,
movie.
I like the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie.
I think the biggest downfall is it's technically a Judge Dredd movie.
Right. But
Like-
if it was like just another 80s
It was just another 80s,
sci-fi cop
apocalyptic-
movie.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it would have been fine. But
Well, there's
Yeah.
so much lore in the Dredd universe.
the
right.
only problem
There's
is that
tons of comics.
the only problem that people really had. Well, there's a lot of problems apparently, but the biggest one was that he took off his helmet, which he never does in the comics.
Right.
Did he?
Very,
I don't remember that.
He
And
hardly
I-
ever
are you
had it
talking
on.
about you're talking about the
Sylvester
one,
Stallone,
right?
Yeah, the Sylvester.
yeah,
Stallone.
Yeah.
he's talking about the Stallone one, Andy.
Okay.
Judge Dredd does not take off his helmet in the new one.
At all,
Newer
Yeah.
one.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
for good reason. Because you
Yeah.
could get killed if you don't have your helmet on.
Oh yeah, dude, that movie is so good, and like the villain, can't think of her name, but she did a great job.
Yeah, she plays Cersei.
Yeah,
It's
Knew I
like
hated her.
Leah something. She's so good.
yeah. I can't
Gosh.
look at her without just burning hatred for everything. I'm just joking. She just did such a great job portraying her characters that sometimes it's hard to put it away. Anyway,
Mhm.
yeah, I love this movie. I love that it didn't dig deep into the lore because you didn't need to. It was an action movie. It was like, yeah, it would be great if they could, maybe in a sequel or something, go in more lore, world lore, whatever. Because like, basically in that movie, it's just action movie. It's like, all right, he's got bad guys to take out. Let's do this while training a rookie.
Mhm. That's
Like
true.
it was,
Just go.
it was really good. Yeah. And then the other 2012 movie I wanted to mention is a personal favorite of mine, but it may not be on this list because I just saw while looking it up earlier today that there's potential for an animated movie for it.
Okay.
But this is the Disney's 2012 John Carter. I really like this movie.
That one's
I
been
think
on
it got way too
the.
much hate.
That one's been on the. Is it? Will it or won't it be a sequel for
Yeah.
a while?
Well, this is new. Like this is new. Like there's rumors that there might be an animated movie in the works, which could help. Because I've actually read a lot of the John Carter books. There's a ton of books. Like
right.
this, like John Carter is like the original sci-fi hero. Like he's the OG, the same guy who wrote Tarzan, if I'm remembering correctly, wrote John Carter of Mars. So and
I
he's
actually
like the OG.
I've actually only seen clips of the movie. My dad really liked it.
Well, you should watch it
And-
then because it's your dad has great taste.
My dad has had mixed taste in movies. I get that a lot of what he did influenced me in some of the movies that I've watched, but I don't like a lot of. There are still some movies that my dad really liked that I question.
Right. But this should not be one of them. I like this movie a lot.
Right.
And it got a lot of I don't know, it just did horribly. It's like one of the least grossing movies that Disney put out.
Mm.
And yeah, it one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite stories because, like I said, I read a lot of the books, and it's just cool that he came up with this stuff in whatever year it was. It was like a long time ago. Fine, I'll look it up real quick. If you guys want to talk about the next one,
Well, like the John Carter movie, like I didn't hate it. The concept is cool. In practice, I don't know. I just
Right.
don't necessarily think the acting was super great in it.
So real quick, the John Carter book, A Princess of Mars, came out in 1917.
Mm-hmm.
So he's literally like one of the OGs of the science fiction genre.
That might explain why my dad liked the movie so much. It seems like something my dad would have read as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are currently 11 official books. And the first movie only went through the first one. So, and I even thought like the graphics for this movie was pretty good for a Disney.
Well, I don't think the problem was the graphics. Like I said,
The acting wasn't really
the
there.
acting. Like, no offense to the guy who played John Carter,
He did a great job. What are you talking about?
it wasn't that good.
No, it was good.
Like, this is also the same. I'm pretty sure he's the same guy who played Gambit in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie.
Oh, you're
And
right.
He,
It is
he
the
didn't do a
same.
But
very
you
good job in
can't-
that one either. Like,
You can't blame him for that. That whole movie was a disaster.
I'm not saying that he was the reason it was bad. I'm just saying that he wasn't
I
that
am.
good.
I am. He's the reason.
It's all Gambit's fault.
Yeah.
You guys ready for?
Have you ever seen somebody who's not from Louisiana do a good Louisiana accent?
Channing Tatum?
He is from Louisiana.
He's from Louisiana.
Is he? I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
he's from Louisiana.
He's from Louisiana.
He's done.
It's just it's not an easy accent to pull off.
All right.
But anyway,
You guys ready for my
yeah, go ahead.
my? This is probably the last one I have, just because it's getting a little late. But no, we can keep going. I'm just saying that I don't have like any more.
No, you're fine.
Like,
Go ahead.
That I came up with.
I've got
but
plenty.
I've got.
We
plenty.
could go on for a
I've
long
got-
time.
I don't know if I have some that we could talk a lot about, but I definitely have some ones
Right.
we could say.
So this movie is one of my favorite like historical type movies. And I know Adam loves this movie. Andrew, I don't know if you've seen it, but you probably have. Master and Commander: The Far Side of the World
Oh,
Mm.
I have
was
seen
That
made
was a
in
good movie.
2003
That's
with Russell Crowe, Paul
Yeah.
Bettany. So if
So
you don't
good.
know, listeners, it takes place in the Napoleonic Wars. A British warship is tasked with hunting down a powerful French privateer across the globe. It's a cat and mouse movie at sea. Like,
This might be like my favorite like military war movie.
I have one question.
So good.
I have just one question.
Yes.
And my question is, where do you warrant that it deserves a sequel?
Is
Not
it
saying
ba-
it's not good, but where in the story?
the
you feel
movie is
like it
based
needs
off of a
more-
book series that is 20 plus books long.
Okay. And I didn't know
What
that.
book series is it based off of?
Let me look in my
I didn't know it was based
Notes.
off of a book series.
That's what I was saying. See?
looking up my notes. Based on the Aubrey Maturin book series by Patrick O'Brien.
Interesting. I might have to check those out.
Yeah, I was just thinking that same too because I didn't know it was based off of the books, but
Yeah.
it's more about the immersion of
Mhm.
being at sea than about like a spectacle.
Right.
Because like it goes through like it's
Have you
super
seen this one,
realistic
Andrew?
for what
I have seen this one.
Okay.
it's super realistic of how naval life was. You know, talks about like superstitions that sailors had.
I've heard people say
Um,
after they've watched it, they're like, "This movie is so boring," and I'm like, "Yes, that's the point." Like,
Right.
if
Like they
you're
get stuck because there's no wind and they're
Yeah.
literally stuck.
if you're not here and understanding that this movie is really long and not a lot happens in between, that's the part that's actually the exciting part. Because that's very
well, the thing is,
Right.
like if we got a hypercut of Pirates of the Caribbean, or not a hyper, more extended version, whatever the opposite of a
Right.
hypercut is, that's what it would be. Like this is why people went mad at sea.
Right.
yeah, and that's like when I talk about superstitions, like they literally thought they were cursed. That's why there was no wind.
Right.
Like
Well, and also like
it's
it does such a great job of showing the like what is it like weeks if not months of just monotony,
travel. Yeah.
and then just all of a sudden the next instant you are in literally the fight of your life,
Yep.
and how brutal naval combat was. Like I would
Or just living on a boat is
right,
brutal.
yeah. But like
You've got the
between this movie and there's a book series by Richard Cromwell that I am blanking on. But he has in that series there's a book where that describes and talks about being on a naval vessel during military combat. I would much rather line up in a line with a musket and march towards an enemy than be on a naval ship during combat. Like
Right.
it is horrible and horrifying, and this movie does a great job of just almost showing the randomness of how, maybe not randomness, but like just the brutality of naval combat, because that's what it needed to be.
well, yeah, they would take their ships and we're gonna go side to side. We're both gonna shoot cannons at each other from
Yep.
point blank range and be like, all right,
Well, that wasn't
whoever
the
sinks first loses. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, it's
that
like,
wasn't the desired military tactic. That's just what happened a lot.
Right.
no. I
The
know
goal
that,
was
but
not to
that's-
show your broadside to the enemy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this
Um,
movie's good. I saw it on a list. I'm like, I don't know if this movie needs a sequel or if they just need to make more movies
Like that.
like this.
Which that
You know?
I get.
Yeah.
that.
Like I said, it takes place, or it's based off of a book series, and like the way it ends, like I'm not gonna spoil it, but the way it ends is like kind of starts over again. Like,
Yeah. I will say this is also, I know this might be wrong for a lot of people. This is my favorite Russell Crowe movie.
Yeah, I disagree with that, but I understand.
Yeah.
it's probably in the.
I love
it's in the top
Gladiator
two.
is number 2.
I love
It's
Gladiator.
pretty
too
close
much
number
to put
2.
it there.
I mean, it's a pretty close one. And you know, who knows? You ask me next year, I might say Gladiator's the best. These movies are just so good, and he does such a good job that, as of right now, my favorite would be Master and Commander. But yeah, it's a great movie.
I forgot about this movie. Like I was talking to somebody at church. I think it was our lead pastor at church. We were talking about movies because he's a big movie guy, and he'd never seen The Last Samurai,
Oh yeah.
and told him that he should watch it. But one of my friends, he said that like his movies go like Gladiator, Patriot, Braveheart, Last Samurai, and I was like, yeah, I kind of agree with that. And then I saw Master and Commander and totally forgot about that movie, and I was like, that might be up there too on like war type of movies.
Yeah.
Like historical drama type of stuff, it might be right there in that top 5.
Right.
Yep.
But
Okay. Well,
Andrew,
I might
you
need
got
to
another
watch
one?
this movie soon.
yeah,
It's been a while since I've watched it.
I got a couple. Actually, I got some. My last one in my list that I think is a movie. I don't know if it's good enough to warrant a sequel. And honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know if I want a sequel. I don't know if I want this to have a sequel. But if it happened, I would go and see it. Because it's a kid enough movie that I could go and see it with my kids and it would pique my interest enough to go and see it. It's a Disney movie. It's a superhero Disney movie. And it's not necessarily the good one. But it's not necessarily the bad one either. And that is I would go and see a sequel to Sky High.
Oh yeah, I would.
I probably would.
I
too.
would see it, and I think it could happen. And I mean, you could still make a story about it because
Yeah.
it could be the kids
You could
that
have
were
the
in
same
high
characters.
school. Yeah, kids that were in high school. They are now
Parents.
parent or just mainstream. They don't even have to be parents. They could just be mainstream superheroes.
That's true.
Or they
other
could be teachers at the high school.
Get
How
Kurt
old
Russell
is
in there.
this
He
movie?
could be retiring. Oh, it's pretty old now.
Sky High is 20 or is 2005. This movie's way older than I thought.
Yeah. We're talking 20. Is that 21 years? 21 years old now.
Yeah, holy crap!
That movie's old enough to drink.
I thought this was like 20 or like 2010.
No.
Man.
So I would see it again. I know.
I mean, I guess
Jackie
it's got
definitely
Obi-Wan
would.
Kenobi's wife in it, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's gotta be that old because she's not.
She
not
was a
calling her
high
old, but
schooler
she's not.
in that.
You mean
movie.
I made out with an old lady?
Yeah.
Like how all of that's what he took from such a high schooler thing. Like,
I mean,
but I would totally watch it again. Even though I felt like Sky High was a ripoff mildly of like there was a Disney original movie where they played it similarly, where two superhero parents, I can't remember what it's called, but two superhero parents had a kid and he didn't have superpowers, and then he teamed up with a group of other people who didn't really have superpowers, or in the very least they had really bad superpowers, and then they ended up stopping the bad guys to win. Except in this case, he gets superpowers, which they totally spoil in the trailer. Like,
is it Up and Away?
Yeah, Up and Away. Like they
I've never seen this movie.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's
I just started Googling Disney movies with superhero family.
Up and Away, and then they came out with Sky High, and I was like, wait, they already did this, except for they give him superpowers in Sky High. They don't actually give the kid superpowers.
You're right. This kind of does look like a movie ripoff because, like, it's got the dad and the mom.
But Sky High is the ripoff.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant. And they just race changed everybody.
Yeah, they did the other way around.
Yeah, because in the Up and Away, it's a African American family.
Right.
And then
I don't
Sky
think
High,
I ever saw that one.
I mean, some of the costumes look
kind
of like some of the costumes kind of look like familiar. This movie came out in 2000.
Yeah.
So they didn't even wait that long before they ripped it off.
No.
Ripped off their own movie, right?
They were still playing it like on repeat on the Disney Channel at the time.
Yeah, I've never seen this movie. It has a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes.
While Sky High has 74%, so they definitely.
I've never even heard of this movie.
It's okay.
I'm pretty sure this showed up on my TikTok because I follow one of those like nostalgia movies, like hey, movies that you might have forgotten about, and I'm pretty sure this popped up on there like 6 months ago.
But that
might be why I recognize it.
They redid it, and they were like, "Here, let's do it this way instead." But
Sky High was. I
recognize the the superhero costumes.
Yeah, but Sky High was the superior movie. But the biggest difference is like, hey, wait, I
That's
just
'cause you're
imagined them in the
racist.
studio. Yeah. There
Let's
were
not
other
throw
people
that
in that movie in here. Wow, that's aggressive. But there were other people. It's like I imagine the people gathered around. It's like, hey, you remember how we did this animated version, or this not animated, this like original version? But what if instead we actually give the guy superpowers, which I found was hilarious because the whole point of Up, Up and Away was about like you're special just the way you are type of a thing, and then they're like, hey, wait a minute, what if we completely changed that moral and be like, wait a minute. You're special just the way you are, but people like you better
if you have
if you have superpowers.
Yeah, I
And they
just
kinda
looking
did.
up the movie Sky High. I just found this thing. Apparently, there was a planned sequel
Yeah,
that was called Save You, and they would have been in college.
yeah, saw that too.
That
I mean, it makes
Would-
sense if they have a superhero high school. Obviously, there's a superhero college.
I
right?
also
Of
kind of,
course they would.
I also kind of want to
Like-
think in headcanon that if they
Well, how do you
don't
think
make a
certain
sequel,
superheroes became doctors?
well, if they don't make a sequel to Sky High ever, my headcanon is it takes place in the Boys universe.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Oh no.
which isn't good. It's not
No.
good, but it kind of lines up a little bit. I'm
Oh,
just
no.
saying.
Speaking of like kids movie superhero movies live action, one that just came to mind that I really enjoy and I actually watched fairly recently with my wife and kids is Zoom
I didn't watch that movie.
with Tim Allen. You should.
That's-
Your kids would probably
it-
love it. It's really good.
It's pretty
That's the
entertaining.
problem. I don't think I would love it, and I think they would love it, and then I'd be stuck watching this movie I don't care to watch.
I think you would actually kind of enjoy it. It's got a campiness to it that's really entertaining.
I know, but it's your campiness.
It's
not
got
my
Tim
campiness.
Allen, who to me is always pretty funny. And yeah, it's good. For those of you who don't know, Zoom came out in 2006, so the year after Sky High. But this one I would not call a ripoff because it's got a very different story.
Yeah.
But I definitely was like part of that like superhero craze. So,
was.
but this one did not do very well, if I remember correctly.
No, it did not.
Zoom.
It's because
No.
because Tim Allen with superpowers is just unbelievable. Like,
Especially because his superpower is speed.
yeah. Nobody believes that.
I mean, he did do drugs a lot when he was younger.
He did
So
do-
I guess it.
He did do
I guess
some
it
uppers
makes sense.
when he was in his younger adulthood. I do have two more on my list. But
I have another one that I just thought of and did a little tiny bit of research for it.
Let's hear it.
So this one, there's already 3 movies, but there are supposed to be 5, and that is the Fantastic Beasts series.
I'm kind of
The
okay
pre-
with it being done.
That's the thing. I get it because the third one was not great, but I kind of want to see the final battle between Dumbledore and Grindelwald.
Well, there's definitely still questions I want answered as a Harry Potter fan. I know too much about Harry Potter to not be considered a fan, or to not want to consider myself a fan.
Oh, I'm a full-blown fan of Harry Potter.
I am, but I have mixed opinions on.
Like, I'm
books.
listening to the books, and it's making me more of a fan after listening to the books.
Right.
Like,
and I was
but-
like that. What book are you on? What book are you listening to?
I'm on the last one, Deathly
Oh, okay.
Hollows.
Yeah. I thought, yeah, we can talk about Harry Potter a different time, but
Thanks.
I would want to hear that all fleshed out, but it's kind of For me, with the whole Fantastic Beasts series, it's got this weird, like, is this exactly how it should have gone? Or did somebody kind of mess with too much lore that they shouldn't have messed with?
Well, I think part of the problem that, like, in my short little research I did, was the way they break it down. Is that the first one was what everybody thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Everybody thought, this is what this movie's going to be, and it was good. It had
Yeah.
charm. It was humorous.
Yeah.
It introduces Credence. It reveals the threat of Grindelwald, and
Yeah.
then the second one, it shifts focus heavily to Grindelwald's rise and Dumbledore's past. But then
Yep.
it just kind of lore dumps on you. About wizarding bloodlines and all this stuff. And I thought Johnny Depp did a great job in his short time
Yeah.
as Grindelwald. Well, I guess he was Grindelwald for the full second movie.
Right.
And for those of you who don't remember, when the third one was being made was when the whole Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff was going on. So he ended up getting fired.
Did they ever explain the whole why he looks different in the third movie?
No.
Okay. I haven't watched any of them.
It was a good recast, though.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
I'm not saying
he's a great actor.
Honestly, they didn't really need to explain why he looked different because they set it up that way in the first one. Like, he can change his appearance.
Yeah. So with the second one, the first one was like a fun adventure movie. The second one's a dense lore machine. They recast Grindelwald, which again, Mads Mikkelsen, I don't think he did a bad job.
No, he still did great.
He did a good job. The issues is like you have in the third one is like, is it Newt's story or is it Dumbledore's story?
Right. Yep.
The big reveal at the end of the movie is like super rushed.
And it doesn't make sense cohesively with the timeline. So somebody's lying to us, either J.K. Rowling or the people of this movie, which is what got me bogged down.
So what I loved about the Fantastic Beast movies is it expanded the wizarding world.
Right.
So, because like Harry Potter is just about England.
Right.
Expands it to other countries. We find out there's different magical governments. Grindelwald is a good character. Like, he's charismatic, the ideological. The thing that I was doing when I have gotten super into Harry Potter and the lore is like Grindelwald wasn't necessarily the most powerful wizard.
Right.
He was just cunning and charming.
And the right amount of crazy.
Yes. And the thing that I kind of stinks that we didn't get to see was a full-scale wizarding world or the duel between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. Like,
Prime.
I couldn't really care. I don't really care.
Prime.
Yeah. I don't really care about Credence's story.
Right.
Like, I feel like that kind of resolved itself at the end of the third movie. But, like, Grindelwald got away. Like, it's kind of like, because, I mean, in the Harry Potter books, they talk about Dumbledore's duel with Grindelwald quite a bit, especially in the Deathly Hallows.
Yep.
It's mentioned several times. So it's just like, I kind of want to see it. Like, you could just animate it, make an animated version of it.
I'm sure people have. I'm sure there's fan versions.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure you could probably do a YouTube search or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got a couple, I guess, I don't know. We don't have to talk too much about them. But I got a couple honorable mentions, I guess. Because we're
sneaking up.
Getting pretty long. So, I have 3 honorable mentions. There is Sinbad, The Legend of the Seven Seas, came out in 2003, animated movie.
Oh, that's a good movie
Oh,
with
I heard that one.
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's Sinbad.
Yeah,
think-
that sounds right.
Yeah.
And then there is Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. This came out in 2017. I really enjoyed this sci-fi movie. It's about like 2 interstellar cops or whatever. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah, it's good. It's kind of quirky. Like
it is very quirky.
I wonder if that's why it didn't do well. Is because it was like I don't know if people knew how to take it. Like, is this a serious sci-fi movie, or is this
Right.
kind of like a sci-fi
Well, it's
comedy
also
type of thing?
Kind of all over the place because they're like in the whole movie they're like on the run, so they're just entering these like worlds and like places, and you're just like whoa, and then you're before you can even process what just happened, it's moving on to the next one, which you know like my wife and I actually watched this on our honeymoon, and my wife did not like it, but she's not a big movie buff and not a sci-fi
I would
fan
imagine
either,
you
but
would not have liked it.
yeah, but I loved it. I thought it was great. And then my last honorable mention is Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow that came out in 2004.
I didn't.
I don't know if
watch
either
that
Is
of you
it
one.
watched it.
the?
I know about it, but I didn't watch.
It takes place in a alternate like 1930s. It's got is it Jude Law
Yeah.
plays
Jude
the
Law,
titular
Angelina
Sky Captain.
Jolie.
Angelina Jolie's in it, and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
The whole premise is he's trying. You should watch it. It's pretty fun. He's trying to save scientists or whatever. But yeah, it takes place in like the 1930s, like alternate universe or alternate timeline type of thing. It's very, very entertaining. I enjoyed it. Would have been cool to have a sequel.
Well, I've
Yeah.
got 3 more movies. We don't necessarily need to talk about them. The one I don't know if you guys have seen this one. Equilibrium.
Mm-mm.
It is a movie with Christian Bale, and it's futuristic, and they take pills to suppress their emotions. And yeah, so it's futuristic, apocalyptic type of a deal. And there's gun kata, which is like a fighting style using guns. There's also samurai swords involved in it. It's kind of fun. I put it on there, but I don't necessarily know if it's a movie that deserves, or not necessarily deserves, needs a sequel. I just liked it, and it's kind of one of those. It's like I would like to see more of those, more of that idea. The other 2 these are the movies that one of them I definitely don't want a sequel unless it's an animated version, but I also don't think it would happen. But I do think an animated version would work. The other one I would totally see a sequel to, but I don't know how it would work. But all the actors are still around. The one I'm currently talking about is Galaxy Quest. I would love to see a Galaxy Quest 2.
That would be good.
Yes.
I think
I had that on a different list, and I had to redo my list because I forgot it. But now that you mention it, that was definitely on my list.
I would love to see Galaxy Quest 2 happen. I think even like some of the actors like we'd be down for it. And actually, apparently, it was going to happen, but then Alan Rickman passed away, and it'd be tough to replace him. I think you could, but you'd just have to do just some type of justice for his character. Like,
what would the premise be? Would it be like there's a whole nother like sci-fi show that like has ended, and all of a sudden this Galaxy Quest like guys show up and like, hey, your show's over. Do you want to join us and actually go travel space? Like that could be
maybe. Who knows if they ever actually went back out and traveled space? Like,
oh, that's true. They just they styled the end like they rebooted the show, didn't they?
Yeah. But then like the guys that rebuilt their ship to make it all real,
Yeah.
Like they understand it's not real, so it's not necessarily like maybe they would still watch it for inspiration.
Yeah.
But for them to realize like they made it all, maybe that would be the problem is they don't feel like they don't have any inspiration. That's that problem
Yeah.
with that alien race is they have to find it through the show, but they're complaining because the ideas in the show are so off base, off the reboot that they can't make new stuff because it's not
Right.
based off of anything fundamentally scientific in their regard.
Right. I will say for Galaxy Quest, I don't know, I don't even know if you would call it an underrated movie, but if you haven't watched it, you've got to
you
watch
should
it.
watch it. You should watch it. It's
It's
so good.
so fun.
Whether
It's
you're
so
a
good
Star
'cause it
Trek
also
fan
makes
or
fun
not.
of it, like pays homage to like Star Trek and stuff while also poking fun at it at times. But it's not like overly goofy. It is funny, but it's not like overly goofy and stuff. Like it's a great movie.
Galaxy Quest is very good. Yeah, it'd be hard to do a sequel though,
Yeah.
especially without Alan
They'd have to
Rickman.
do it. They'd have to do it right. I think you could still do it with Alan Rickman, but I think you'd have to definitely pay homage to his character
Right.
and find somebody because I mean it's an alien race, so it's just like he passed away, but there were other characters like him. But
Yeah. Alan Rickman is so good at playing villain or villainous characters that him playing this was the first time I'd ever seen him play not a villain.
Right.
And he did such a good job. Like, yeah. He plays an
that's
alien,
kinda how-
and my favorite thing is throughout the movie, his makeup is slowly getting
it's getting
worse and worse because it's
Yeah,
makeup and they're fighting and whatnot. It's just good. It's funny.
I
You don't ever see him without
love
him on
Alan
his head.
Rickman.
Do what?
Yeah.
I just said you don't ever see him in that movie without it on his head.
Yeah.
Right.
Not once.
You may see a couple hairs poking out from underneath the
Right.
get up, but yeah.
I do
Alan
have
Rickman is like that's why I'm a little nervous about the Harry Potter show, is because he is Snape,
yeah, he was the best casting in
Like-
that show.
and I feel bad for the actor, whoever he is, who's gonna play Snape, because it's kind of like with like Han Solo, like Harrison Ford is Han Solo, Alan Rickman is Snape, like it's just kind of weird. Like I feel
I
bad.
feel like
for the
Alan Rickman
actor.
had such a way of turning the characters so well that like you can't ever redo those characters. Like everybody will always think of Alan Rickman like Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of his character from Quickly Down Under. Like he was the one of the most memorable parts of those
Marston,
movies. Marston, is that his name?
something like that.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Yeah.
Fun fact about Alan Rickman: the stunt he did when he dropped at the Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
They told him they were going to drop him at
Nakatomi
3.
Plaza.
Yeah, they told him they were going to drop him at 3. They dropped him at 2.
Yep.
So the look on his face, completely genuine. Like from
Yeah.
what I've heard, like I saw it on
funny.
online, so it's just kind of funny. Like. Because
Uh,
if
Alright,
I
you
was an
got
actor
any
and
more
you were
info?
gonna drop me off a building, I'd be that meme where he's like, "Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something."
I do have just one more. And this one, I don't know if you guys have seen this one, but if you absolutely have not seen this one, you need to, because this is an old one. And I actually think an animated series for this would be great, even if they don't get the original voice actors. But I would love to just see this world continue, because it doesn't make sense and it could totally be expanded on. But the movie I'd like to see a sequel to is Big Trouble in Little China.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've not seen that.
Oh, you should watch it. This
I know.
is it's beautiful. A lot of Kurt Russell movies apparently I want to see sequels made to, and he's still alive and kicking. So, but
I keep seeing clips of it,
oh, it's so
and I'm like, I
good.
need to watch this because it's like a cult classic. Like,
It's so good, and it makes sense and it doesn't make sense at the same time. Like there's questions you should be asking while watching this movie, but at a certain point in time you just don't care and you just like are in for the ride. But by the end of the movie, they hit you with a teaser like they're going to set up for another movie, and it never comes. It never happens, and you could totally make an animated series out of this movie, even though it's from the 80s. Like,
Yeah.
it's great. I've loved this movie since I was a kid. I love it as an adult, and I've loved it all since the in between. And it's the bad guys that you actually really love as a kid because they're the ones that have the superpowers. And yeah. But anyway, it's a good movie. You should watch it. I would love a sequel, and I would show up for it. I don't even know what they would call it, but just Big Trouble in Little China 2. Big Trouble in Real China.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything else before we end it tonight? Any more random fan theories like last episode?
No, but I did share that fan theory to every Star Wars person I talked to about it, and one of them, I haven't gotten to talk to him about it. I'm going to talk to him about it on Sunday. But he said no, he thinks Obi-Wan killed him. Or killed her.
What?
I don't know how.
You'll have to let me know his explanation.
Unless it's some byproduct of like he should have known better. Like he should have picked up on this droid isn't. And so it's his fault. But he hasn't explained it yet.
Don't tell the super pregnant lady that her husband just murdered a bunch of younglings.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
But
that's true. And then don't hide your smile behind your hand because you can't help but laugh when you talk about him murdering people, murdering children.
And the younglings.
He killed the younglings.
All right.
Anyway, yep. So with that, thank you for joining us for this episode. We're glad you're here. Glad you made it this long. Please let us know in the comments any movies that you think deserved a sequel that never got one, or some movies that you waited forever to get a sequel and they turned out actually good. Like if this was 5 years ago, The Incredibles would have been on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just follow us, give us a like, comment, share us with your friends. We'd love to hear from you. And I think with that, we're out.
See ya.
Dinner's deep.